Yo. Hello guys. So, I had a question by Gustavo Speckort. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sounds right anyway. A couple of days ago. Could you please make a video about how loud we should sing? Volume is definitely one of the enemies when it comes down to good singing. Yeah. So, let's just broadly speak about different volume levels, what you should be practicing, and when singers get into trouble. So it's less so that volume is an issue. You can sing very loudly and healthily, or you can sing very loudly and abusively. Conversely, you can sing at low volumes abusively and at low volumes healthily. Now, I will say that singing loudly abusively is going to do more damage more quickly to the voice than singing at low volumes abusively. Typically at low volumes, the problem is consistent lack of closure in the chords, which dries them out and eventually leads to nodules. Conversely, singing loudly abusively tends to over-squeeze and grind on the chords, and that can lead to more acute type abuse or more acute type problems, whereas the low volume lack of closure tends to be more of a chronic issue over time. Basically, if you're singing loudly, it's like, you're sprinting as an athlete, and if it's off, if you hit something, if you're jumping hurdles and you miss at speed, the consequences are bigger than if you're just tiptoeing along very gently and climbing over a hurdle and you slip. You're going to fall a little bit, but probably not going to get injured. Do that 100 times, it might become a problem, but yeah, you get my point. So, what volume, besides that, what volume should we be singing at or vocalizing at? Broadly speaking, all volumes. Most of the problems that people face with this issue are they don't practice at different volumes enough, and predominantly the problem is with singers that sing too quietly too often, and they get out of the habit of trying to sing loudly. Often there's reasons for this, like people can hear me when I'm practicing, or I'm self-conscious, there's people next door, they're listening, what are they thinking, this kind of issue. So they back off the volume a lot, and then they eventually get trapped in this low volume sound where anytime they go to sing loudly, in their head, they're like, they can't do it. So to break away from that a little bit and start singing various volumes, regardless if you're garbage, if people can hear you, accept it. People can hear me now. I just have to deal with it and make a video. No choice. So, basically, Singing Success will pretty much set all this up for you because you've got CDs like Light Voice, Developing Power, Developing Range, different focuses with the exercises. And if you listen to the examples, there's different volumes for the different CDs, so to speak. So they're working on different parts of your voice. So a lot of those problems are sorted for you if you follow the demonstrations closely. If, however, you back off everything and you don't listen correctly and mimic correctly, then you will be, again, trapping yourself. So all volumes, but like I said, you've got to take extra care at the higher volumes. Hence why Singing Success tends to build from the lower volume, tends to build from the very coordinated pianissimo type sound into bigger, louder, larger coordinations. It's not the only way to approach it, but it's typically the way that's going to be the least risky. Yeah? Right. So, for example, if we had a wee, a heady exercise, a hooty exercise, or a gee, it's right here. If I was talking to you, it would be this type of volume. Yeah? That would be a wee, and the typical volume. Again, the Singing Success exercises lead you in the right direction because different vowels and different consonants will emphasize and lean you without really even realizing, especially for the beginner and the intermediate, towards different types of sounds, towards less volume, towards more hoot, towards more brass, towards more squeeze, towards more mix, however you want to describe it. Then you would have like something towards a n as a low to medium volume exercise. Even that is more here than here. Yeah? Listen to the difference. Wee 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 no 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 no. The no has slightly more compression than the wee. Yeah? Now, let's do even further. We do a mum. So we'd go no 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 ma 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 ma. Now we're on a medium level of compression, and notice the volume is medium. It's more to where the starting point would be where I talk. Ma 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 ma. Yeah. Now compare that to the first exercise. Wee 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 wee. We're now a very discernible degree away from that first exercise. Now from the mum we would go to a gug, which would thicken it up more and bring the volume up more. Gug 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 gug. I'm now here. Yeah, which is a thicker coordination than my speaking voice. And then lastly, we would have a boo 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 boo. Very thick on the boo. The compression is boo 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 boo. Now, that might not sound that loud, but if I open that up. Boo 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 go go ga. I'm now in my full voice or mixed voice, however you want to describe it. So, what volume do we practice? All volumes is the answer. You need to make sure you're working all the way from just a little bit of closure into you're looking to develop different levels of closure, and that is done by working at different volumes. So it's more important that you're doing it in a healthy way in terms of what's going to damage you and what's going to potentially hurt you than it is to make sure you sing quietly. People get trapped into this idea that they're going to might damage their voice. They need to be careful, and that leads them towards ma 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 ma, everything here and sounding very pretty. But in modern music, there's a lot of different diverse emotions you need to draw from. And if you've only got one type of light sound, it's very difficult to be aggressive, be strong, be powerful. If all you've got is singing right here, I'm really strong, yeah, it just doesn't convey the emotion. Whereas if it's full voice and it's aggressive, hey, whoa, you can start to feel and generate some of that energy that you might need in contemporary music. So you need to work at all volumes, and you need to do it consistently. Because if you get trapped singing at high volume, medium volume, or low volume, you are going to always get yourself in trouble. If you're one of these singers that's only developed full voice and has no way to back off of that, you've got nowhere to go on the tougher days where your voice just isn't there. Conversely, if you're always self-conscious and quiet and worried what people think, you're never going to develop a mixed voice, because to develop mix, you have to be totally committed and not back off at all. Yeah, because that backing off will just destroy that full voice. It just won't work with any backing off. So this is where I'm very much in line with coaches like Phil Mofarage, but I would argue that it is a little bit more nuanced than just you need to sing, learn it with a full voice coordination. Yes and no, it would depend on the singer. And also, it would depend on what that singer typically leans towards, because you do get singers that lean towards full voice very naturally, typically extroverted singers, who struggle sometimes to back off, struggle sometimes to find that precise light coordination, because for them, vulnerability is something they're reluctant to show you, both in their character and in their singing, because the two things often align. Conversely, introverted singers will typically be the ones that struggle with full voice, because they struggle with being aggressive and being very forthright and in control of what they're doing. So this is where personality and technique overlap, is where when we talk about singing different volumes, the character of the singer can make them reluctant to do certain things. And once you get to know yourself more, know yourself as a singer more, you start to know your weaknesses both in character and in technique, and they tend to go hand in hand. If you're an introvert and you are somebody that doesn't want to take control of a situation, who will not lead, who will not be, bold, you're more than likely going to be one of those singers that is reluctant to sing loudly and aggressively. Conversely, if you are a singer that is a person in character who is aggressive, who is an alpha male type, who is controlling, wants to always take the lead, you're going to be somebody that often struggles with showing some vulnerability, struggles with being human in that respect anyway. And so for those kinds of singers, backing off is typically where we want to go for them, because they want control all the time. So the premise of this video was, what volume do I sing at? What volume does, Gustav said, please could you make a video about how loud we should sing? And I'm trying to convey that objectively you should sing at low, medium and high volumes, but there's a lot of complexity in this idea, because some people character-wise are leaning in one direction or the other. So if you know yourself, you can tailor your practice, tailor what your weaknesses are in character towards building some strength in your weak areas, eventually balancing out that personality and balancing out that technique to where you're a more well-rounded singer, and as a result of that, you're more well-rounded as a person, believe it or not. You see things from some more different perspectives, diverse perspectives, rather than just one way. Right, that's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope the demos were good enough. I am not singing well today at all, so obviously not particularly high, but enough to give you a sense of what I'm trying to get across. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want my help personally, you can book a one-on-one training session. Drop me a message. My email is in the description. And if you feel like this message was of value, then please feel free to make a donation equal to that value. Again, donation link is in the description. And finally, please share this video with other singers you know. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in another video. Bye.